teams to take away from you?
Just the type of guy I've been able to be. I've had really good meetings with some of the teams, just, get the most to know me as a person and as a football player.
What are some of the biggest question marks teams have had for you so far this week?
Some of them have just been like my tackling. Obviously, I'm an aggressive player, so sometimes I take, aggressive angles. So they kind of have, question on sometimes what I do when it comes to tackling.
Have you met with the Houston Texans while you're here?
I have not.
Xavier, with 13 interceptions over the past 2 seasons, you have a ball hawk background. What's your on-field mindset attacking the football?
Yeah, to win the football game, you got to get the ball. I feel like Coach Golden's done a great job of instilling that as me and as a team at Notre Dame. So, obviously, when I'm out there, I'm always trying to get the ball.
Have you met with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yet this week?
I have, yes.
Was it formal or informal?
It was formal.
What would it mean maybe playing next to Antoine Winfield Jr.?
It would be really cool. He's a really good player. Tampa Bay is a great spot, so we'll see what happens.
Xavier, what do you think makes Al Golden such a great defensive coordinator? And have you also met with the Bengals yet?
I have not met with the Bengals, but Coach Golden, he's a very, very caring coach. So, when guys get that type of care from a coach and when they're putting in that much effort, you want to go out there and play for them.
I'm curious, in your film process, at Notre Dame, what do you feel like you learned most, from the moment you stepped on, that campus?
Yeah, you got to, in terms of football, you're saying? Yeah, you got to communicate. I was like a really quiet guy, so being able to be out there in the football field, you got to communicate to win the game.
Trust is a huge thing in the secondary. What is the best thing about you that allows your defenders in front of you to trust you have their back right there?
Yeah, I feel like it starts with practice and the brotherhood that we've built. Especially this year, I feel like it was the biggest brotherhood I've been a part of today at Notre Dame. So, having that camaraderie and just trusting each other, you just go out there and play football.
Xavier, as a former wide receiver, do you feel like your ball skills come more natural in the back end on the defensive side?
Yeah, it's 100% natural. Like I said, I play receiver, so the way I catch the ball is just like a receiver. I'm just playing defense. But at the same time, I'm a defensive back now, so I gotta play like a DB, but the ball skills do come like from a receiver.
Xavier, have you had a chance to meet or talk with the Cowboys yet?
I have not met with the Cowboys yet.
If you do have a chance to meet with them, just talk about how fun it'd be playing a defense that features a guy like Micah Parsons up front and going against a guy like CeeDee Lamb in practice every day.
Yeah, it would be a great opportunity to play for the Cowboys. They're a really big brand of the national football team. Like you said, Micah Parsons playing against CeeDee Lamb, that would only get me better every day for the games coming up. So.
Xavier, you've had 13 interceptions the last few years, and that kind of speaks to, obviously having the receiver background. What kind of goes into your process, whether it be reading the quarterback's eyes or watching the receiver when you put yourself in those positions to have those splash plays?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to play in a defense where we wanted to get the ball and we were out there playing free and we were just hungry. So I was able to capitalize on the system I was in, and credit to all my teammates. They did what they needed to do, so I was able to make some plays.
You mentioned you started out.
How did he get young guys ready so quickly? Because you played freshman, seemed like the communication was great with everybody.
Yeah, it starts with our practice, like I said, and our fall camps, just getting those guys ready. Everybody has to be ready to go no matter what. Like I said, this season we had guys go down, and a lot of our young guys stepped up and were ready to go.
You mentioned that you were kind of quiet.
My bad. You said talking about the national championship? Yeah, obviously we didn't finish the way we wanted to, but at the end of the day, you got to keep pushing. It was a hard loss, but you got to keep going regardless. So take it to the next level and, have some of that hunger for work.
What was going through your guys' mind on that 3rd and 11 play?
Yeah, it was a big play. Obviously, we were coming back in the game. We had got them all the way 3rd and 11, and we just didn't capitalize. They got us in that play, and that was it.
What's the help to you just going up against Carolina's defense?
Yeah, he's a very talented player. He's a young guy, but the way he's built, he's physically built. He's a freak athlete, so he's a really good player.
What kind of player in person would an NFL team be getting by drafting you?
Yeah, the top person I'm really caring and I'm really trustworthy. All the guys, all the teammates I want to be around, I want them guys to trust me. I want them to know I care for them. I want to go out there and work every day for them. So never anything about individually. I'm not trying to get stats or anything. I want to go out there and play for the program I want to be a part of.
You had a great game against USC this year. You kind of talked about what went right.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just been fortunate enough to be in a defense where we're able to just go out there and make plays. Nobody's out there as robots. So Coach Golden, all the defense staff lets us go out there and play free. So obviously, big game against USC. So we don't like those guys. So I got the energy to go out there and go make plays.
Xavier, have you spoken to the Pittsburgh Steelers during this process?
I have, yes.
Was that a formal or informal meeting?
It was formal.
How did that conversation go talking to Coach Tomlin and those guys?
It was really good. It was a good conversation. Coach Tomlin was really cool. The whole staff was really good. So just sitting there chopping it up with those guys was awesome.
Also, I know that you're kind of a big Fortnite player, right?
So you said what?
You like playing Fortnite, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Who's the best Fortnite player in Notre Dame?
I heard Mitchell Evans was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I heard Carson Hobbs was pretty good.
Okay, so you're saying, have you ever played him before?
I have not.
You need to play him, so
I do need to play him, but I'm not that good at Fortnite, so.
Because of your connection to Coach Gold.
You look at a guy like Brian Branch in Detroit, and the immediate impact he's had playing nickel and safety. How important is that for guys at your position going into the NFL? Is Brian somebody maybe that you watch?
Yeah, I mean, just talking about the versatility, just being able to play multiple positions. You can't be really one-dimensional. You want to go out there and be able to do multiple things. Like I said, Brian Branch can play safety, nickel, he probably can play corner too. So, I mean, just being versatile is really good to have.
Because of your connection to Coach Golden, there's a lot of speculation in Cincinnati that you'd be a natural. Are you familiar with that? Have you seen that? And what do you think of the possibility of reunion?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen some of the stuff. I try to stay away from it, but it's hard when I'm always on my phone for the most part, and I'm getting tags and mentions and certain stuff. So, I mean, I don't know how that stuff works or what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, I'm going to just do what I need to do, and then we'll see what happens in the future.
Xavier, have you had a meeting with the Raiders?
I have, yes.
What was that like? What stood out to you about that coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, that coach staff was really good. Coach Carroll, obviously, he's the new head coach there. So, I mean, just meeting with those guys was a good conversation.
What about Michael Mayer? He's on that roster. What can you say about his skill set?
Yeah, Mike Mayer is an awesome guy. I came in with the same class as him. He's a 2020 guy with me, so he's one of my close friends. Obviously, Mike is a really talented player, so we'll see what happens.
Xavier, you guys played Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. You had a chance to play against Gunner Stockton. What would you say about stopping that version of the Georgia offense with Gunner Stockton and just in terms of how good you think they might be next year behind that quarterback?
Yeah, Gunner Stockton was a talented player. Obviously, he was kind of thrown in the fire in a Sugar Bowl playoff game, but I feel like he did pretty well. He threw the ball pretty well. I think he runs the ball well. He's a little bit bigger body, so I mean, obviously, I think they're in a good position with him.
And what point in that game did you feel like was the most pivotal when you look back, or did you know at a certain moment that you guys were going to be able to win that football game? What play or moment?
There's 100% the kickoff return from Jaden Harrison. That completely changed the dynamic of the game.
Xavier, everyone talks about your high ball production first and foremost, but do you feel as if your ability as a blitzer isn't talked about enough?
I mean, yeah, I don't really care too much about what people too much say about me. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's going to have what they choose to talk about and what they think my strengths and weaknesses are. So, I mean, I do feel like I can make an impact at any given time of the field, and the deep end of the field, in the box, blitzing. So,
you decided to.
Yeah, I'd say a Virginia game when I got an interception. Obviously, I had broke before the receiver had broken the ball, so that's kind of one of the plays.
What happened on that play?
Yeah, I mean, it was third down. I knew the guy was going to be running the dig, and I have really good instincts. I trust when I feel something, I'm just going to do it. So I trusted he's running the dig. I broke in the dig, and he ran the dig, and I got a pick. So.
What kind of scouting report can you give on Benjamin Morrison?
Yeah, BMO's my guy. He's a really good football player. He's 6 foot. I'm gonna give you a whole breakdown. He's 6 foot. He's probably 195, 190. He's got really long arms. He's got good technique. He's really patient. He can come up and make tackles if he needs to, and he's an amazing cover guy. So.
You decided to skip the Senior Bowl. How important was that recovery time after a long season, and what have you done to prepare for this process?
Yeah, you said skip the workout?
The Senior Bowl.
Senior Bowl, okay, yeah. Like I said, the turnaround was so quick. I played a lot of ball the past 2 years, especially this long season. Just played the longest college football season ever. So just that turnaround was kind of hard to just go out there and go do another 4 days of football when I just played national championship and playoff games. So.
What's the plan for you in terms of on-field testing? Are you going to get a test or are you going to do that anytime?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm going to do stuff at Pro Day. Like I said, just that quick turnaround, and I feel like I need more time to get right.
Are you doing drills or just not even?
I'm not doing anything, yeah.
What can
you show yourself playing through pain throughout the course of this year and the durability factor never coming off the field?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I do a really good job of taking care of my body. Like I said, I played all 16 games, played pretty much every snap, so I just know what I need to do with my body to make sure I'm right, eat right, the right nutrition, right recovery to make sure I'm doing good. So got to make sure you're doing good off the field.
What can you say about Jack?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just want to go out there and do my best. I mean, I know the 40's hyped up and Verd and all that stuff, so I want to go out there and give my best effort, give my best foot forward. And I mean, whatever I go out there and do, what I do is going to be a representation of my hard work and who I am as a player. So.
How valuable was this past season in terms of preparing for the NFL?
Yeah, man. Just coming into this season, especially being a captain, it really, forced me to be out there and be a true leader, especially as one of the veteran guys back there. Really prepared me for this next level, because at the next level, you got to talk, you got to be a communicator, you got to be very mature. So this season, I'm glad I came back and was able to do that.
What can you say about Jack Kiser? He's kind of been an underdog throughout his career from high school through college. What kind of teammate's he been?
Yeah, Jack Kiser is a true Notre Dame man. If you want a physical description of a Notre Dame guy, mentally, that's who it is. He's an awesome guy. He's an awesome person. So he's been at Notre Dame for 6 years. He's given it his all, and he's really, really smart. So.
Where do you think you developed the confidence and self-assuredness to trust your process versus being pressured to do a workout or go to a Senior Bowl or an All-Star game, things like that?
Yeah, you talking about? Sorry, can you ask that again?
Yeah, how'd you develop that confidence and self-assuredness to trust your process versus feeling pressure from the hype of the draft process?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about really just take care of your body, make sure your body's good to go. I didn't want to pressure myself, like you said, to go out there and do something that I didn't feel like I wanted to do because of my body, the way I had a really long season, so I didn't want to go out there and push anything to limits that I didn't need to go through.
Yeah.
But obviously, like I said, that confidence, I'm confident in my abilities, that I'll be fine without some of those things, and confident that I'll crush the interviews.
What do you do off the field to unwind and take your mind off of football?
Yeah, I like just sitting in my room, playing video games, watching TV, watching movies, listening to music. So that's kind of what I do to wind down.
Xavier, what do you think? We saw your ball hawking skills on full display throughout the regular season too. What do you attribute that to? Is that film study? Is that just instincts? What process does that look like for you today?
It's a combination of a lot of things. It's my film study. It's the way I just trust what I'm feeling, and then it's my teammates. There's 10 other guys in the field besides me, and without them, I can't do anything without them.
What do you think you learned from the experience of having a game plan for Tyler Warren and then ultimately trying to contain him?
Yeah, he's a really talented player. He's a really big guy. Obviously, a lot of teams used him a lot of different ways. So, just being prepared for a certain player like that. I know at the next level, everybody in the field is a good player. So some guys are like superstars where they're going to game plan to get them the ball. So just having that experience with Tyler Warren was similar to what I'm going to try to get in the NFL.
Xavier, some NFL scouts have questioned your ability to run the alley. What have you done to kind of subdue those questions?
Yeah, I mean, breaking down the film with them, just kind of going through my thought process and them hearing what I was thinking on a certain play, like I said, some things like that. So just, talking to them what the play and what I feel like I could work on, just being open to open conversation with them.
What's one tip from Kyle Hamilton now at this stage that you're taking through the process? What was his advice recently?
Yeah, just be yourself. You don't have to be anybody different. Go in there, especially with the interviews, just go in there, be yourself. Don't try to be anybody or not.
Breaking down Mitchell Evans, what do you think we broke down Lino?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mitchell Evans, he's 6'6". He's pretty big, 6'6", 250. He's got really good ball skills. He's pretty much like a receiver. I remember covering him in one-on-one drills. He moves like a receiver for the most part. Got really good ball skills. He can block, and yeah, he's a good player as well.
How much have teams talked to you about the importance of versatility at the next level? Being able to play in the box, the post.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams have asked me, kind of like you said, my versatility in the box and the post. But like I said, I've been able to do both. I have film in both of them, so they've been impressed with what I've been able to do at both levels.
Xavier, can you talk about being from the Omaha metro area? I'm from there myself, so it's always cool to see guys and professionals from college succeeding. So can you talk about what it means to come from there and now where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. Not a lot of people come from Omaha and come to the NFL. I think the last guy might have been Noah Fant. Maybe I missed somebody, but I just think of Noah Fant. So I mean, it's really cool to get this opportunity and kind of put Omaha on the map, and hopefully inspire more kids from Omaha to really put in that work to get to the next level.
Xavier, what are some of the things that you bring to the NFL franchise, and how's the Bills been in contact?
You said, what was the first one? I'm sorry.
What are some of the things you bring to an NFL franchise?
Okay, yeah, I mean, I feel like I have instincts you can't coach. I mean, my game film speaks for itself. I make a lot of plays on the ball, and that's because I'm trusting what I'm feeling. I can't play slow, just out there playing fast, and I have talked to the Bills, yes.
Pre-game style, are you going more for comfort or making a statement?
I haven't thought too much about that. I definitely am a more comfort guy, but I'm not afraid to try something new, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So I'm sure you expect you to step up at Notre Dame next season at safety to help the out.
Luke Tallage will be a good guy. Ben Minnick, those are good guys. And then I know they got some transfers, so I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on out there. I'm not the coach no more. I'm not up there, but obviously I want to see those guys succeed. So.
Xavier